Sorry. It is now time I call today's show to order. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another live edition of the Kiwanis Connects show. Coming to you from Virginia Beach, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, coming to you from multiple points in California, and more importantly, multiple points wherever it is that you all are watching. Thank you for joining us today on this December 12th, 12/12/25. We only have a couple more shows left of the 2025 calendar. It is hard to believe, but you know, we're going to start doing today. We're going to start ticking off those days because today's show is all about the Rose Float. That's right, the float that represents Kiwanis International every New Year's Day. That 60+ billion gazillion people get to see live on television. We've assembled a crew of people that are much smarter than me to talk about it, but of course, there's none smarter than my co-host and dearest friend, Doc Val. How are you, my friend?
Aloha. I'm even better now that I get to see all of your faces. You know, in the Kiwanis world, you don't realize how important these three guys are, and John in the background are to my happiness. And so I put that out there, and Andy says, thank God there's somebody else that she leans on. So,
and that happiness is bad dad jokes notwithstanding, by the way. Is that correct? Of course. If you're watching us on YouTube, we thank you very much. If you're watching us on Facebook, you know where to find us on all the great pages. And of course, on Sundays, 8 a.m., you can find the show on DB, as in David Bruner, DBTV.TV. And of course, you can find us on all the WWDBTV network platforms as well. But joining us today, and we might have a couple other, and I'll use the word gentlemen loosely, but already joining us, we have with us, of course, the incomparable Mr. Douglas Chadwick, and of course, Mr. Charles Allison both join us. And of course, perhaps Caesar and perhaps Joel will join us as the show progresses. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the world of Kiwanis Connects, as you always are part of. Good morning, Mr. Larson is out in the chat land as well. How you guys doing?
Good morning.
Wonderful.
It is a beautiful day here in Hayward, California.
Now, for those who are geographically ignorant to California like moi, where is Hayward?
Hayward is just south of Oakland, across the bay from San Francisco.
Gotcha. Thank you very much.
Douglas was actually doing the same thing that Bob Larson does. When the state looks like this, it would be like over here. So it's fabulous. I love it when Bob does that.
I don't know if there's something technically that I need to do differently. I cannot hear Val. I can only hear you, Aaron.
Okay.
I hear everybody.
All right. So I will translate if need be, and we'll go that way until we get it figured out. Douglas, what part of Cali are you in?
Burbank, beautiful Burbank, California.
As they said on what was the show? Laughing from beautiful downtown Burbank, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's good. That's convenient. And of course, today Doc Val is actually able to do this from home. She's got the internet cranking. What you don't know is she's feeding the gerbils underneath her desk to keep the internet cranking at this point. And now joining us, listen, we all have to. This is the president of the Rose Float Kiwanis Club, Mr. Joel Carlson. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Everything's lovely. Just another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
And what part of Cali are you in right now?
I'm in Southern California, Newport Beach, where the money meets the sea.
Oh, I like that catchphrase. Let's hope some of the money will come in time for the March 6th golf tournament, which we'll get to later on. With that, I think we may have lost Charles. Maybe he's reconnecting, so we make sure we get all the audio. So with that, Val, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to turn this circus over to you because We got a lot to talk about. Of course, just a quick reminder, we got bad dad jokes at the end of the show coming up. We've got Mental Health Moment with Melissa Atwell from the Mental Health Moment. And of course, we have Val's Wow Moments and Kiwanis Spotlight. We got a lot to do. But today, tick, 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 tick. Countdown to Rose Float. Today is all about Rose Float. So Doc Val, take it away.
Absolutely. You know, I get so excited when we have our first decorating day. And so most people in the outside world, if they watch Hallmark, they think that it takes 10 days just to decorate a float. And so I'm hoping that you guys will be able to help clarify that that's not that show that just came out is not real, and that there's a whole lot of things going on right now. So this Saturday, starting tomorrow, can we expect? What do you need? Does Charles want to start? Joel?
Let me start with that. First thing, really quick, float building starts in February, so we are just at the very end of it now, but it is the most exciting visual part. And so what we need for tomorrow is we need about 200 more people to come at 7:30 in the morning and help put all of the dry organic material on floats. And this year, our Kiwanis volunteers are helping to decorate 8 different floats at Phoenix Decorating, obviously including the Kiwanis International float. And the activities on these, what we call dry days, there's a lot more opportunity, to get hands-on and do a lot of the intricate, kind of art type stuff that really makes the award-winning floats stand out. We're talking, putting on lettuce seed. We're talking, grinding up little, petals of status flowers to get those rich blues and purples. And it's something, if you haven't experienced it before, it is an absolutely unique art form, and it's a wonderful opportunity, to be in a space with a bunch of other people who are just having, a good time and volunteering for a good cause.
The reason why I asked so early is because Aaron and I have something that we want to do as a challenge. So, because we know we need 200 more people, and I know a lot of you watch this right now. So, Aaron, make the offer.
Which offer is that? Which one are you alluding to, Val?
I am alluding to, if you sign up and show up tomorrow, every last one of you has the opportunity to win a 5-day, 4-night trip to where, Aaron?
5-day, 4-night trip to Cancun, baby. That's right, 5-day, 4-night trip to Cancun. All you got to do is pay for airfare to get there. We'll take care of the room and accommodations. And here's the best part with that. No timeshare or marketing presentations required. You just get to go. So you sign up. Hey, we'll take care of that. That's it. You got it. We'll take care of a trip for you.
Say that you saw it on this show, and we will make sure that you're put into that drawing, and you'll know right away that you have that opportunity. And that's because this show is built on both Aaron's and my loves and our passions in Kiwanis. It's like both of us could talk about the Rose Float from here to eternity. And so when we have commercials that we do, we dedicate part of the proceeds from those commercials to helping support the Rose Float. We truly put our money where our mouth is. And so, Aaron, thank you, and thank you to iLifestyle
Absolutely
for making that possible. We can't do it every week, but darn it, 200 people, because if the dry stuff's not on, you can't put the flowers on.
And here's a great thing about those certificates. It's 200 people, but that means we can actually send 800 people to Cancun, because these certificates are good for up to 4 people. Think about that.
Are we giving one to everybody that signs up?
You know what? Let's get them all. You get 200 for tomorrow. I will make sure each and every one of them get that. How's that? How's that for ponying up, huh? Just hope Magali doesn't see the show. No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. If every one of them whoever signs up to that 200, you give me their name, email, phone number, I will make sure that they all get a trip. So for every one certificate, that's 4 people. 200 people, that's 800 people that can go to Cancun simply by going to volunteer and help tomorrow out at the decorating process. So there you have it. How's that for stepping up, huh?
That is awesome. We should probably tell them how to sign up.
Excellent.
You think?
Go to what website can they sign up at, Charles?
Super easy. You just go to KiwanisRoseFloatClub.com, and on the main page there, the very top link that you'll find below the big picture with a hippopotamus, it will say, click here to volunteer. And then when you click there to volunteer, it'll take you to our sign up portal. And all you need to do for us to know that you heard about it here is when you sign up for your shift, there's one little field that says Kiwanis affiliation. Just type in Kiwanis Connects, and we will automatically make sure that you get one of those fantastic Cancun vouchers.
Love it. Love it. Love it. And by the way, yes, Kathy Zemansky, I know my math. I have a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics from Penn State University. That's right. I know my math.
And, it is all about the math when we talk about this rose float. And so, Joel, most people, we talk about it and people just can't conceptualize, but how many people really view the float?
There are 65 million people that view our float on January 1st. And that is one of the best ways to let them know what we as Kiwanis do in the world. We have clubs all over the world, and we support the children to make sure that they are educated and fed.
One of the coolest things that I think that we can do as Kiwanians is when you watch this, record it on your cell phone and get a small vid of our float going by, and then put it as part of your signature tagline. If you want to know more about Kiwanis, you can just see here. And it's a great way to visualize how big a deal this is. And so, Douglas, I know that you've been a part of this for so many years. As you're looking at this, what's been the biggest impression that you've had that you wish other people could have?
Just to be there and decorate and help feed the kids. So as I've told people before, this is my very first service project in Kiwanis. Since then, I was only a Kiwanian for a couple months. This is my first service project. And that has made all the difference in my life in why I promote the Rose Float project and Kiwanis. Because if we can get people just to come to this service project, they'll be hooked. Feeding the kids, watching them decorate, watching the organizational skills of the club and of the SOPs, which is the student leadership programs like the Key Club and Circle K. So just be there to experience it will make all the difference and show you why we do what we do.
Okay. And tomorrow's not the only day that we get to do this. And so, Aaron, I know that you were going to point something out really important.
For which part? You keep getting me off guard here, kiddo.
I'm good that way. I am so caffeinated, and I have my favorite mug that I got from Douglas that we're going to talk about a little bit later. I have my Disney smile, so I'll just keep taking it away.
That's okay.
And so most people say, how can this be a service project? Isn't it just people hanging out and working on a lot of floats? And Joel, you're shaking your head. Share how this is a service project.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is when I wish my wife would actually be watching what I do for a living, because she actually, many, many moons ago, took my daughters to Hell Week and was out there in Pasadena. And I wish she was on to share. But, service is really just the classification of what we do, because when you're talking about an opportunity to do something with your fellow Kiwanis members, Key Clubbers, SLP, Circle K, as well as volunteers that just come in because they want to be part of this event, it really isn't service. It's fun. Yeah, it's work. It's fun. It's an opportunity to rub elbows with people that maybe you would never have an opportunity to stand side by side with. But the energy of being there, like was previously mentioned, when you're watching what you're doing, and when you're not only doing the Kiwanis float, but as was mentioned before, being part of 8 other total floats that are going to be visible on television, services is really a wide open definition at this point. You're talking about fun. You're talking about relationship building. You're talking about being able to just laugh and have a good time with people all around you during a time that most people think is pretty stressful when you talk about the holiday season and travel and family and Christmas dinners and New Year's dinners and Kwanzaa and Hanukkah and all that stuff. Service in this particular case really is not what you would think in terms of, yes, it's hard work. Yes, it's a ton of hours, but the service end of it and what you could get credit for, man, that pales in comparison to how you feel about being part of an event like this, where 65 million people get to put their eyeballs on a project that you personally touched. Man, I wish the Kiwanis jet would come pick me up and fly me out there next week. I'd be on it like that.
Well, and one thing I would say along with that, we talk about being a service project, but really in the spirit of Kiwanis and all of the Kiwanis organizations and affiliate groups that we work with, whether it's Circle K, whether it's Key Club, whether it's the action clubs, all of the different groups that we have in the Kiwanis family, this is really not just service, but it's a service leadership program. And what happens in the course of participating in this project, you're learning about working together as a group. You're learning about, taking, instructions and learning from, in many cases, artisans who are showing you, really how to do a new craft. And you're learning, the importance of teamwork and coordinating things that are coming from, all kinds of different directions. From people who work in professional event production spaces, you're seeing and learning, how an event of this scale can come together, where there's so many different moving parts. And we have, kids who have volunteered, to work on the float, and then they end up participating in the actual administration of the site. So they're helping check people in. They're helping do, marketing in the weeks and months, leading up to the event. They're seeing all of these different pieces that move together, and you never know in the bigger picture, what ideas this can spark for young people to, go on in their lives and say, hey, there's this little tidbit that I learned, while decorating a float of all things, and I can apply this to my life in, ways A, B, C, X, Y, Z. It's really a phenomenal opportunity.
Now, in the past couple of seasons of Kiwanis Connects, Val has actually been there, of course, and we've done live shows with her there. And we've had the opportunity. I mean, we're not just talking about every volunteers in general. International presidents have gone to Pasadena during this. And now, of course, they get to ride the float, and whatnot. But they're there during the time of processing, and Val does manage to hogtie them to come on the show. So if you want to get even the smallest of flavor of what goes on, I encourage you to search Kiwanis Connects and Pasadena and Rose Float and pull up some of the past shows. All right, before we go to our first break, I know we're kind of keeping an eye on the clock for Charles because he does have another appointment to go to, but I am not letting him off the hook for his homework assignment. So before we go to break, Charles, you got to give me at least one bad dad joke.
Okay. What is the absolute best Christmas present?
Money?
No returns?
A broken drum. You can't beat it.
On that note, we're going to beat it out of here, and we're going to go to our first break. You're watching Kiwanis Connects. We'll be right back.
For over 100 years, the Pasadena Tournament of Roses Parade has been a New Year's Day tradition enjoyed by millions of people around the world. Over the years, Kiwanis International has been represented with beautifully decorated floats that share the Kiwanis story and mission. The Rose Float Project is organized by the California, Nevada, Hawaii District of KI and the Rose Float Club of Pasadena, but we need and rely on the support of all Kiwanians. This year's parade theme is The Best Day Ever, and the KI float will be named Being Together. Whether you are in Southern California or anywhere in the world, we invite you to be a part of this amazing experience. Join us in person to decorate the floats. Support our effort by purchasing merchandise or making donations of any size. Become a friend of the Rose Float or join the Rose Float Club. To learn more, visit us on the web, on social media, or scan this QR code.
Two out of 3 kids in America can't read at grade level, and without help, many will never catch up. In a world of screens, short attention spans, and endless distractions, getting kids excited about reading has never been harder. That's where Kiwanis Club steps in. Through Inchy's bookworm vending machines, kids earn tokens for positive behaviors, achievements, kindness, and more, and use them to pick a book they just can't wait to read. Every book is a child's to keep. Every book builds a personal at-home library, and every page sparks curiosity, confidence, and lifelong learning. Your club can make it happen. Let's put more books and more smiles into the hands of kids who need them most. Together, we can change the story, one book at a time. To learn more, go to bookvending.com/Kiwanis.
Hey everybody, Aaron Phillips here from the Kiwanis Connects show. Hey, are you trying to recruit for new members? Do you have a huge event coming up that maybe is your biggest fundraiser of the year? But you need to do something different to let people know that it's happening. The same old gives you the same old routine and results. Well, we've got an idea for you. The Kiwanis Connects show offers the opportunity to have customized commercials created to help your club get your message out. And you know what? One of the extra wonderful points of this opportunity is we provide it as a fundraising opportunity for every $50 donation for the commercial goes to the Rose Float Kiwanis Club. That's right. The very same Rose Float that we see on television every New Year's that represents Kiwanis International will now be supported by these Kiwanis Connects commercials. So, if you want more information and get involved, just drop us an email at KiwanisConnectsInfo@gmail.com. That's KiwanisConnectsInfo@gmail.com. Get your 30, 60, or 90-second customized commercial today, and let's help the Rose Float Kiwanis Club continue to plant its seeds for success. All right, welcome back to Kiwanis Connects. Aaron Phillips, Doc Val, and a band of merry men join us today. I feel like all of a sudden Robin Hood. All right. Before we went to break, I was talking about service and really what that means, but I want to turn it over to El Presidente of the Kiwanis Rose Float Club, because I'm sure he would like to share his thoughts about service and what all that means with this particular project. So Joel, go ahead and expand on that thought.
Thank you, Aaron. One of the things that I found out about Kiwanis, I got involved many, many years ago, was that it gave me the opportunity to help those that are less fortunate. And when we look at this, we think, where are the different areas in which we can help? And what we do is we start out at the Key Club. You probably all remember Key Club from high school. And what they would do is help people either take meals to those who are shut-ins, or read, or help the students with their classes, things like that. It then graduated into the college level. It's called Circle K. And they go the next step further and make sure that they can go out and help with the different projects, help the students who are key clubs and get them involved in projects. And then we went into the grade schools. And that's when it hit my heart, because I remember these are the kids where they're learning, they understand, and some of them are more fortunate than others, and some of them are less fortunate. Some of the ones that are less fortunate are the ones who are the greatest leaders and the best givers of time. And so I want to make sure that they're educated as to what we do as Kiwanis and how they can get involved. And I just had a circumstance where I had one of the students who had served on the Rose Float almost 20 years ago. And he called me and he said, "Hey, I'm in town, Mr. Carlson. I remember when I went with you and we decorated the Rose Floats." He said, "That was one of the things I want to take my children to do, because it helped me understand service much better." So that's part of what we try.
Yeah, I mean, being part of an event like this certainly is a long-lasting branding in your brain of an event that you kind of go, "Man, that was really cool," something that you can share with other generations. And you talked about Key Club and Circle K, and people who follow the show for 3 years know I'm a byproduct of both of those SLP programs. Don't hold that against me, but I am a byproduct of both Key Club and Circle K. But no, thank you for sure for expanding on that. And there's people will get out of Kiwanis really what they put into it, and Kiwanis clubs generally have such a diversity of options of things to get into. Okay, that people can find their groove. But when it comes to an event like this that brings people in really from potentially all over the world to participate in, there's nothing like a melting pot style event like this to bring people in. Okay, so Val, I'll throw it back to you.
So one of the things that you've thrown the terms around, and both of you have, and I wanted to first go to Charles and then Douglas on this one, because both of these guys, by the time you see them on January 2nd, they don't look as spring chickeny as they do right now. And part of that is, even though we've got this amazing challenge for the first 200 people that sign up for tomorrow, there are other opportunities to actually decorate. So, Charles, highlight those before you leave.
Absolutely. So in addition to tomorrow, we are also decorating next Saturday on the 20th. And there are, I think we have about 50 spaces left on the 20th in the first shift, and we've got, more in the evening. And this is the same every year. So if you can't donate this year, or if you can't participate this year, keep in mind for next year, we decorate every Saturday in December. And that's when we do the dry decorating. And then every year we are there between Christmas and New Year's. So December 26th through the 31st. And we still have slots open. I think we've only got 2 shifts in the final week that are completely full. But there are days where we definitely need more help. So again, if you go to KiwanisRoseFloatClub.com and then click one of the top links there on the homepage, you can get right in and see where we have slots available and sign up there.
Okay, so before we go to that, I'm going to give it to Aaron.
Yep. All right, so that's right. We have to say goodbye to Joel. He's got something else that's come up. But before we do, did you do your homework assignment there, Mr. President? Do you have a bad dad joke for us?
I certainly do.
All right, hit us.
There was a guy, he had a dog with no legs, and every night he used to take it out for a drag.
Good morning, real estate professionals. My name is Shane.
Oh, that's why we have to go.
So for all you PETA enthusiasts, you can send your emails to Joel. No, Joel, thank you for stopping in. He's got to go. Thank you, Joel. You can disconnect. Thank you for taking us a few minutes. All right. Charles, how are you doing on time, Charles? Because I know you also have an appointment.
I am good. I have about another 15 minutes.
All right, perfect. Okay, take it away, Val.
So awesome. Thank you. We could probably let Joel go completely after that joke.
Yeah, really. I don't want to associate anymore with that guy.
Drag him out of here.
I take back every nice thing I said about him yesterday. Holy crap.
But to be able to loop us back in, Douglas.
Yes, please.
Everybody has been mentioning this one thing, and it's called Hell Week. And most of the time, the only time you ever hear about Hell Week is actually fraternity and sorority rush. So,
or if you live in Hell, Michigan, by the way, there is a town in Michigan called Hell. So every week is Hell Week there.
I was in Hell last week in the Cayman Islands. There's a Hell in Cayman Islands. Just saying.
Oh wow!
Wow! So, but to bring it back to what you call Hell Week, I don't call it that. I think it's Amazing Week. So. But first of all, give kudos to all the clubs that have stepped up to do the feedings for all the workers. So we couldn't do it without the clubs that have stepped up to provide the food, to provide the labor, to feed at the lunch and the dinner shifts. So that makes it less hell. But
Douglas, you got to expand, because most people, when they think about feeding, it's not like what we're talking about.
We're talking feeding 400 people a shift. Think of that in a half hour. So we've got assembly lines. We've got people that have been planning it since February, what they're going to feed them and what they're raising money so they can provide the food. So we just have to give it to the clubs and organizations that have stepped up. So what happens on December 26th is the beginning of what you call Hell Week or Amazing Week, is when we start decorating it with earnest. We have more people coming on each shift. We have 2 shifts a day. We have the key clubbers and Circle Ks and Action Clubs and some Builders Club and other organizations, churches come, and just groups come to help do this. And they've been doing it for years. So they can tell their kids, I decorated that float. See that flower? I put that on there. If you want that experience, you got to come decorate. You really, really do. We'll take care of a t-shirt. We'll take care of the feeding. You just come and do the service. And it's amazing what we put together in a short amount of time from December 26th to the 30th or 31st.
Now, Douglas, you mentioned that, 4,000 to 6,000 people over the course of the decorating time are the volunteers, which means they all need to be fed, like you said, and they need to have liquids. And for some reason, the name Matt Sloan from Trader Joe's is ringing around in my head, because I do believe Trader Joe's is one of the biggest providers of stuff for volunteers. Is that right?
They provide all the water. They provide the water, and they have a huge float in there also that we decorate. One of the largest floats is always Trader Joe's. But Charles has been working with them. Charles, what do you got with how we get the water for them? How much water?
So Trader Joe's they're incredibly generous. They donate 3 full pallets. So they bring in a big truck, with the forklift and unload 3 full pallets of water, so that we're able to have water for all of the meals, and for people to just consume. And it's not just for the Kiwanis volunteers. We're there because of that generosity. We're able to provide bottled water to every volunteer at the float site. It's really a wonderful resource that Trader Joe's provides for us.
How many cases come on a pallet?
A lot.
A lot. Yeah.
The pallets are 5 feet tall. Think about it, 4 foot by 4 foot by 5 foot.
Okay, so I just want to say
it's thousands and thousands of bottles of water.
It's gross.
Matt, doesn't have to be terrible. That's okay.
144.
Matt from Trader Joe's, check your email, please. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. All right. And then a question came in, something about a Kiwanis tent, Charles. What can people do at the Kiwanis tent?
At the Kiwanis tent, well, we have several. The first thing they can do is check in, let us know that they've arrived as a volunteer, and then also we have Kiwanis collectible merchandise that's available. You can also learn, details about the Rose Float project. You can join the Rose Float Club. You can become a friend of the Rose Float, and you can check out that we've got a fantastic collection of historical commemorative ornaments. Going back to 2017, we used to make ornaments of each of the floats. We stopped doing that last year, but we still have a bunch, in stock, so you can see the collection that we have. We also have pins and magnets, which I've started to collect on my refrigerator. They're always bright and colorful and kind of remind you of the joy of the project year round. And what's become really popular, this is the 5th year in a row that we have challenge coins as well, commemorative challenge coins, again, representing each of the floats that we've had, for the last 5 years. We also have some limited quantity polo shirts and baseball caps, and super exclusive just to the float site. You can't get them anywhere else. We don't do it online. But for a donation, you can also get extra of the Kiwanis decorating team shirts that you can have to show off your pride for being involved in the project year round.
Well, I'll be out in Vegas January 12th through the 16th. I'm hoping that a certain box might show up and greet me there with tchotchkes in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. All right. A little swag box. You know what I'm saying? Extra large hat, all that stuff. Okay. Here's the thing.
Extra large hat, right?
No, not if it's an adjustable hat. Yeah, right. Really, this was this big. So really, what Charles just really talked about is, not everybody can get out to Pasadena. Mm-hmm. These are ways that people from all over the globe can support the Rose Float, whether you're wearing a Kiwanis logo on your shirt or hat, or whether it doesn't matter. Anybody, as a matter of fact, if you've even seen our Kiwanis Float on television, no matter where you are, you should be on the website right now at the very least. Get a hat, get a shirt, get a challenge coin, whatever it is, to support the float so that we can continue to be there, because funding is needed to continue to do this float year after year after year, and to continue to support not only the Kiwanis floats, but the other floats that the people that are there are tasked to build for the parade that you all get to watch. So if every person who saw 65 million, was that the number, right? 65 million?
Yes.
1.5 to 2 million see it live there on the streets, and then all of the rest are people who either see it live on KTLA or on any of the live streams that are broadcast around the world on Christmas Day, on New Year's Day.
The first year Penn State was was at Pasadena as part of the Big Ten against the Ducks. I was out there with my dad. We got to see the parade live. But if every person, $65 million, donates $1, right now through the Kiwanis Rose Float, $1, I think you'd have pretty happy people that are associated with the Kiwanis Rose Float Club, right? 65
watching
million.
it on TV is a joy, and you pay for Netflix, you pay for other services,
Yep.
streaming stuff for $1 just to watch our float go down and all the work that went into it. That's cheap.
And let's also say it's an award-winning float.
It is an award-winning float.
All right.
Absolutely.
Now there are some other things though,
really
right?
important, Aaron, I want to jump in there because most people say, why do you keep asking for money? What are you doing with it? And one of the things that's so important is we've got over 4,000 volunteers. Most of them are students, and it is very expensive for them to come down and donate their time. And so for a bus, the average bus went from being $1,500 for a bus to over $2,500 a bus. And so we have kiddos that they're working and doing all these things that are so difficult already. And to add this burden on top to be able to volunteer has been really tough. And it's also to feed them, right? And all the shirts and all of that. There's a lot that goes into it. It's not just watching the float roll down the street. It's making it possible that everybody can have this chance to volunteer, because it's like Douglas shared, it is amazing when you can point out, I did that flower.
Absolutely.
I'm part of this.
Absolutely. It is an experience to behold, and the fact that we're on, and you know what, from a marketing standpoint, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it's a big branding tool for KI, and it's a big branding tool for Cal Neva, who's out there spearheading this project. So the fact that 65 million people get an opportunity to put their eyes on the Kiwanis logo once a year in that setting and seeing what we do and the way that Al and Hoda and everybody all talk about it really, really works well. All right, before we go to our final break, you want to talk about some sweepstakes and all sorts of other things that wrap around the float there, Doc Val?
Absolutely. Well, I wanted to first start with, we still have an opportunity to help support this year's float, because this year's float is so dynamic, and I would love to show a picture of it and of what this Happy for Service is all about. But we have the creator and the masterminds of a sweepstakes that you can be a part of. And so, Douglas, do you want to roll that out for everybody?
Sure. One of the things we're doing this year, and we've done it in years past, is we're providing a 6 nights at a 2-bedroom villa in Saratoga Springs at Walt Disney World. Includes $1,000. Okay, this is the one for the golf outing. This is a golf outing live.
That's
auction.
the wrong one. So that's the wrong one.
So the one we're talking about is the Disney Villa, 6 nights, 2-bedroom villa. It's a $15,000 value. We're selling tickets for $25 each, or $5 for $100. It comes with $1,000 of airline credit on Southwest. It comes with 6 unlimited scavenger hunt passes, and it comes with 4 4-day park hopper at Disney World. 4. He's good at math, as he said. So, but it's a $15,000 value. You can reach out on the website, and Charles can tell you how we can get those tickets to you. The drawing is going to be on the 29th at the International President's Luncheon at noon in Pasadena at the Salvation Army, where we're having our luncheon, greeting the governor and the national president. But that is amazing, amazing trip. It's good till September of 2027. Because we know it takes a lot of planning to go to a Disney World, and because it's not cheap. But we're $15,000 value. That's cutting a lot of them, so anybody can do this. So that's what we're doing this year for the float to raise money. There's still tickets available, so come and get them, and Charles will tell us how to get them.
www.kiwanisrosefloatclub.com, and I believe it's the 3rd or 4th link down there on the homepage. It says the Disney Villa drawing. You can click there. We can either mail you the tickets, or we can connect with you over the phone. If it gets too close to the 29th, just to make sure that your physical tickets are entered, in where the drawing happens. Also, if you are coming and volunteering out at the float site, we will have plenty of tickets on site there that you can buy and have them in hand right there at the float site.
So Armando, just go over to the website KiwanisRoseFloatClub.com. Is that correct?
That will work.
Okay, because Armando put in the chat, he's going to get 5 for $100. So go right over there right now to the Rose Float website, KiwanisRoseFloatClub.com. WWDBTV.com. John, if you can just put that on the crawl for the next minute or so before we go to break. Thank you very much. Thank you, Armando, for doing that. We appreciate it on behalf of the Rose Float Club. Now, are there any seats still available to ride the float for this year as a possible fundraiser?
There absolutely are. And actually, we're coming up on a serious deadline with those. So it is an amazing experience. I have had the experience of a lifetime twice of being able to be a rider on the Rose Float. And you can do the same as well. For a $4,000 donation, you can actually ride on the float. And we have 4 seats available, I believe. Anybody want to correct me and tell me we have less?
We do have 4 seats available, and we're coming up like super tight on the deadline. So today might actually be the last possible day for doing that because of the security requirements of the Tournament of Roses. So if this is something, if you're hearing this message and seeing this right now, the that email address and phone number that you see on the screen right now, it's imperative that you call right away because it's an opportunity that is vanishing very, very quickly. Long term, if you're interested in, riding the float at some point, if it doesn't work out this year, we always have this opportunity available, and it's always first come, first serve. But please reach out to the district office, and the phone number is right there on the screen.
For those that are just listening and not watching, that email is patricia@cnhkiwanis.org, and the phone number is 909-736-1710. And of course, you can go back and rewatch the show and pick it up there as well. All right, we're up against it. So, Charles, I know you're running out of time. Do you have one more bad dad joke, or we're going to let you go off the hook?
Where does Santa's reindeer stop for coffee?
Starbucks.
Yes, well done.
I finally got one.
Well done. Okay, so because you got that one so quickly, let me do another one.
All right.
What reindeer game do reindeer play at sleepovers?
Pin the tail on the reindeer.
Truth or deer?
Say goodbye, Charles.
On that note,
Bye, Charles.
have a wonderful rest of your day. And all of those of you who are going to come to Irwindale, I will see you at the float site tomorrow. Remember, www.KiwanisRosefloatClub.com.
Right on. Thank you, Charles.
Bye, Charles.
With that, we're going to step aside for a final break of the show. When we come back, we still have a lot to do, so don't go anywhere. Kiwanis Connects. We'll be right back. Right, John?
We're still smiling.
I know. John, go to break, John. He must have fallen asleep.
Oh, no. So as we're waiting, I was just like, as we're waiting to do that, one of the things that is really important is most people say $4,000. Wow, that's a lot of money. Actually, we are the least expensive ride for anybody. One of the major float builders, you have to pay $50,000 to be on there. And I'll put a hint, it's the National Rodeo Association. They put it out, and it's for a donation of $50,000 to ride on theirs. Wow. And one of our other service organizations, it's $10,000 to ride on their float. We actually helped build that float. I'm going to put a hint out there. But being a rider is really good. And so as John is queuing stuff up, we have a number of other opportunities. And we start with putting the opportunities out there. And so when you see us at International, if you want to know more about this, we'll be at International in Manila. And we'll have opportunities for you to participate at that point in time as well. We have our poster for the new year, new float at that point. And so, John, are you ready? No, John?
No, John.
More calling Orson.
Yeah,
Come in,
we
Orson.
had some technical difficulties. Everything was frozen up and nothing would move. So
Okay.
All right. So are we going to commercial or what?
Yeah, let's go to commercial. We'll be right back. Hopefully.
All right. Maybe if you're lucky. Yeah.
If not, we'll wing it.
2 out of 3 kids in America can't read at grade level. And without help, many will never catch up. In a world of screens, short attention spans, and endless distractions, getting kids excited about reading has never been harder. That's where Kiwanis Club steps in. Through Inchi's bookworm vending machines, kids earn tokens for positive behaviors, achievements, kindness, and more, and use them to pick a book they just can't wait to read. Every book is a child's to keep. Every book builds a personal at-home library, and every page sparks curiosity, confidence, and lifelong learning. Your club can make it happen. Let's put more books and more smiles into the hands of kids who need them most. Together, we can change the story, one book at a time. To learn more, go to bookvending.com/Kiwanis.
I wouldn't let aging stop me from being me.
Oh yeah, still got those moves in me.
I will be fabulous.
I will accessorize.
Comfort Care can help with as much or as little home care as you need. From medication reminders and meal prep to everyday chores and errands. Let us create your personalized care plan and find the perfect caregiver match so you can live your best life possible.
All right, welcome back to Kiwanis Connects. We want to thank our sponsors, bookvending.com. We want to thank comfortcare.com as well at Virginia Beach. I don't know if we ran different strokes, 757, but of course, if you need all your handyman service, we want to thank them as well. We preempted them for that giving machine. John, do you want to take 30 seconds and talk about that machine that you played the commercial for?
Yeah, that's a local thing here in Las Vegas for the last couple of years. It's a gift-giving machine that they have at a couple of different locations. And you can pick the charity that you want to donate to. You use your credit card in the machine, and there's something like 250 different charities that are available locally here for people to decide, here's where I want to give my money this year, here's where I give my money this year. You put it in, you select the thing, and then you take off with it. And it's really taken off here, and I think they are working on going nationwide now. I think it's a great idea, especially because they have it in very populous shopping areas in the Christmas time, and so people are seeing it, and they're really big. So you can't miss them. So anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Right on. Thank you very much. And I saw in the commercial downtown Summerlin and Green Valley Ranch. So, and those are very popular shopping areas. All right, Val, shall we shift real quickly to golf? Because I don't want everybody.
I think so.
I mean, Douglas changed his hat. I don't want everybody wondering what the hell he got on his head there. I mean, it looks like he's got a falafel on his head with the flag keeps disappearing. So no one can see the flag, by the way, with your background. Just thought I would share that with you. He's got a droopy flag. You can take that for what it's worth. All right. So, John, please run the crawl for the Kiwanis Rose Float Golf Tournament. Okay, March 5th and 6th of 2026, in less than 3 months, we are coming to Pasadena. And I say we, iLifestyles Global Celebrity Grudge Match. We are putting together with partnership with the Kiwanis Rose Float Club, the first annual Rose Float Club. Yes. So Kiwanis Rose Float Annual Golf Classic.com is the website. It's on the crawl. And so we are helping with this event. We've talked about the need for funding for the thousands of volunteers that will be coming to descend on the Pasadena area starting tomorrow in droves. We need you to sign up and participate, whether you want to sign up as a golf foursome. We've got options there, or you want to talk about a corporate sponsor. We'd love that as well. So if Val and Douglas, if you want to take it away and add to the Golf Classic, please, by all means.
I'm going to have Douglas do it because he's wearing the great hat, and Andy.
I know. I don't know how anybody can't let him with that hat. He's going to be let out of the asylum soon. So go ahead, Douglas.
Well, I want to say that Joel and I already have secured our foursome. So we are going to be playing in the Golf Classic. It's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't golfed in years, but I'm going to try and do it. I'm excited to do it. And I might get out of some of the volunteer work of running the booth if I have to golf.
Well, you'll be getting out of it for about 4 hours or however long it's going to take you to golf, Douglas.
3 hours. I'm a speed golfer.
Oh, I see. I got you.
But also, one of the things we're going to do is provide something for the live auction. You want to talk about that, Val? Should I talk about that?
Yep.
So,
Absolutely.
as you know, we always donate Disney Villa and stuff like that to any charities of Kiwanis that we work with. And I think this would be a great live auction. It's 2 nights at the Disneyland Villa, Disney Vacation Club. The dates are on that thing. If John can put it up, we can talk about it. But it's going to be 2 nights. It's a set date, and that's me. So they know when they have to go. It's right after Memorial Day weekend. It's going to be a great time. So 2 nights at a 1-bedroom, value is $2,500. It doesn't include any of the taxes or any of the park entries, but usually Southern California people will be at the golf outing. So I think they'll jump on this. So this will be a really good help for the next float next year.
That is absolutely awesome.
Thank
you know,
you. That's
most
great.
people aren't. Yeah, most people are going to want to just be a sponsor and a spectator. But one of the things about this is it's not about spectating on that day. We have a party the night before on the 5th where you can meet the celebrities, get signatures, and meet some of our sponsors and have the live auction item and the silent auction items that you can go for. And we keep mentioning the word celebrity. And to me, it just makes me gaga. Know that be shoulder to shoulder with some amazing celebrities that are volunteering their time basically to be out there with us to help raise money for our Rose Float organization. And so, Aaron, you're most up to date on some of the celebrities that we've already contracted with for this event.
I do have to say, card is subject to change because things will happen. But so far, for the Pasadena event, I'm just going to throw names out there, and let's see how many of you recognize names like former NFL player Willie Gault, Ron Brown from the Rams, Dwight Hicks from the Niners. You got Isaac Curtis from the Browns. How about Charlie Joyner from the San Diego Chargers? Chris Hale from the NFL. Christian Okoye, former running back of the Kansas City Chiefs. Byron Chamberlain from the NFL. Felix Nighthawk Giles, we just got him added as well. Olden Polynice, 7 foot forever from the NBA. Brian Hunter. I mean, now, a lot of them are all sports celebrities. That's because the connection with our celebrity athletes, Magali Fernandez, the owner of iLifestyles Global Celebrity Grudge Match, who was on this show a few months back. Her former husband, Mike Harden, used to play ball for the Broncos. So she is very well connected with many of these celebrity athletes. But we've had entertainers show up. We still have 3 months. Who knows who's going to show up? Look, your celebrity host for the pairings party the night before and the event itself on golf day is some celebrity host, Las Vegas Entertainer Hall of Famer Aaron Phillips. He's going to be there hosting the shindig. But they talk 100% correctly. If you go to the website that's scrolling on the bottom right now, you can see the current list of athletes, Kiwanis Rose Float Annual Golf Classic.com. But more importantly, if you click on the sponsorship options, they all include foursomes. So if you don't want to spend $2,000 to just put a foursome together and you want to save some money, or if you got a business, you can take advantage of the corporate sponsorship because it includes playing. But it also includes marketing opportunities on all of the paparazzi banners, the website, and the like. But here's the bottom line. 65% of the proceeds, give or take a few shekels here and there, plus all the other fundraising, plus all the raffles, and they were talking about the auction items. And we're even going to have an online auction of memorabilia. Thank you to Givertree, the online auction company that works with Kiwanis. Again, whether you're in the area or not, there's going to be opportunity to help this event, and we want to make sure that there's every opportunity out there between sponsorship dollars, raffles, 100. I mean, the money's going to be flying to these guys to make sure that all the volunteers are covered. So please, please, please check it out. Kiwanis Rose Float Annual Golf Classic.com. And like Val said, how often you get an opportunity to take pictures and rub elbows with celebrity athletes that chances are you probably watched on television, like this guy who has to be professional the entire time, but inside he's fangirling like he just met the Beatles. Anyway, I digress.
I love what we do. And I say we because when I had an opportunity and was invited to join the Rose Float Club, I jumped all over it. And we're all members of that Rose Float Club. And if you want to join our Rose Float Club, you are welcome. Go to the site. Our membership information is there. And we all are here to help make sure that that Rose Float goes down the road, and then everybody around the world, that 65 plus million people, has an opportunity to know that Kiwanis is an amazing organization that serves children. And I'm going to throw out that thank you again, Alan Hoda. You gave us the most coverage the past couple of years, and mahalo to KTLA. Wow. So thank you guys for doing this and talking about Rose Float. But I think we've got a couple other things on our agenda that we've got to get done.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go to Melissa Atwell. Mental health moment. Take it, John.
Hi, I'm Melissa Atwell, here with your mental health moment. You don't need a whole day off to reset. When it comes to taking time for yourself, 1 minute of intentional, calm space can regulate your nervous system. And try taking that micro rest today and see what it does for you. Remember, take a moment for your mental health.
Thank you, Melissa Atwell. With that, Val, is it time for Val on the Road / wow moment / anything else?
Absolutely. We'll do it all in one thing.
All right, John, pick your intro, whichever one you want to run for. Go.
You know, when other organizations and things around the world are kind of slowing down because you get all snuggly and wrapping up in your hat and your mittens and whatever across the globe in the Northern Hemisphere. I got to say that because it's really hot in some other places. We are speeding up. Kiwanians around the globe are speeding up. This is when we are at our magical best. And that there are so many different service programs and projects going on. And I am literally on the road almost every single day. And I know Douglas is on the road. We have so many Kiwanians that are Santas. So be kind to them and be a part of what's going on. And don't forget your families. Because oftentimes people feel like they are Kiwanis widows and widowers during this season because we're giving so much outside of our clubs and with our clubs into the community. And sometimes we look up and on the 2 days before Hanukkah and Christmas and all those holidays, and we go, wow, we haven't shopped yet. Temu. So
I love Temu.
Loving Temu. So I just want to share with you that there are all these opportunities. Buy from C's Candy. That's a big, major Kiwanis event, as Armando has shared with us. Mr. C's was a member of Kiwanis. Let's do this. Have a happy, holly, and jolly, as it were.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You mentioned Hanukkah. I didn't even realize it. You talk about how time just passes. I looked at the calendar today. First candlelight for Hanukkah is this Sunday, is in 2 days. First full day is Monday the 15th. And I'm like, say what? So, yes, we are lighting the first Hanukkah candle this Sunday for absolutely sure. All right. Douglas, are you ready with your homework assignment, sir?
Of course I am.
Well, let's hit us with the first one, sir.
Okay. What's a golfer's worst nightmare?
What is hitting a water trap? At least that would be mine.
The bogey man.
Bogey man.
Oh, the bogey man.
Where can you find a golfer on a Friday night?
The 19th hole.
Clubbing. All right. What do you call a golfer who always takes the easy way out?
Getting pardoned.
A shortcutter.
Oh. All right, John, hit the intro. I got to do them quick. I'm so glad Douglas did golf themed because mine are kind of like wintry. They're like a mix of this time of year. So I kind of went off a beaten path. Here you go. What is the Mexican dish that snowmen like the most? What is the Mexican dish that snowmen like the most? Say it with me. Burrito. Oh. I figure after that Joel's joke, I can't really lose anything today. So all right, here we go. Where's the snowman get the weather report? Where does the snowman get the weather report? Well, from the winter net, of course. Come on now. Where else would you get it from? All right, how did the snow globe feel after listening to a scary story? How did the snow globe feel after listening to a scary story?
Shaken up?
A bit shaken up. Yes, sir. Good job, Douglas. All right, this one, if you read a little too far into this one, you may have a problem with it. And if you do, too bad. Why was the snowman rummaging through the bag of carrots? Why was the snowman rummaging through a bag of carrots?
To find the biggest nose?
He was picking his nose.
So pretty close.
Yeah, no, you were close. You were in the zip code there for sure. Just remember, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose. All right. What do you call a snowman in August?
Water.
You call him a puddle. You were close. I heard you say water. Yes, you call him a puddle. That's right. What do snowmen eat for breakfast? What do they eat for breakfast? We talked about lunch. They eat a burrito. What do they eat for breakfast? Well, frosted flakes. Frosted flakes, you huckleberry. Frosted flakes.
Icicles.
And the last one.
What do you call a prom in the North Pole? What do you call a prom in the North Pole? A snowball. Come on now. Two more.
That's good.
What does the snowman take when he's worried about melting? What does the snowman take when he's worried about melting? A chill pill, of course. And last but not least, this one may cross political lines, but it's in the form of a joke, so I feel safe. Why didn't the whistleblower go outside during the winter? Did you hear about this? Why didn't the whistleblower go outside during the winter? He was snowed in.
Oh,
But that's
up in your head.
I know. Well, but listen, Joel really set the bar low. I could only do no harm today. So, all right, with that does it for today's show. We covered an awful lot today. So really, I want to refocus you all on two websites. www.KiwanisRoseFloatClub.com. That gives you the opportunity to register for everything. Get those challenge coins, hats, whatever, make a donation. You can do all of that, as well as Kiwanis Rose Float Golf Classic to register for the March 5th is the pairings party, and then the golf tournament itself is Friday, March 6th. Those are the two key websites out of today's show. If you don't take anything away, and if you forget, just go back on the Facebook or YouTube, pull the show back up, and take all your notes. All right, Douglas, as always, my friend, thank you for joining us. Always good to have you with us, part of the show, whether you're in the virtual room or with us, so we get to see your beautiful smile. We thank you for everything that you do for us. Doc Val, take it away. Closing thoughts.
As we are getting into this holiday season at a blazing speed, I just thank you all for everything that you do. Mahalo nui. And next week, our guest will be Eric Paul from the New York District. He'll be talking about why it's so important to do service and have membership education.
Love it. Real quickly, are we going to do a show on the day after Christmas on Friday the 26th?
We have to.
Okay. Oh, because that's the week before the parade and everything. And
it's our division. It's our division. Division 10 is feeding that day. So
perfect. All right. Are you going to be there, Val?
I will be down there.
So that's our live remote day. So, John, that answers that question. But the Saturday the 27th, Aaron's Hour will be dark. We'll be taking that Saturday off, but we'll be rerunning a show. All right. Everybody, thank you for watching. Tomorrow, join me on Aaron's Hour, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern, Suffolk, Virginia. Not too many people know about Suffolk. It's about a 45-minute ride northwest of where I am right now. We're going to have some folks in talking about Suffolk, Virginia, and I love this. Oh, and then, by the way, after the 1st of January, stay tuned for more information. The Voice of 757 will be coming to a local TV station here in the Virginia Beach area, Sky 4 WSKY. That's right. I know I'm in front of the camera now here, but boy, they're going to be in trouble on television. With that, everybody, be kind to everybody. Why is that? We are all we have. We'll see you next time right here on Kiwanis Connects. This show is adjourned. Unless we froze again, in which case we'll just keep tap dancing. All right. I'm going to, you know what? If we, so John, we must be frozen. So thank you, everybody.